Hey everyone, Nick Kratikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and today you're watching me on Bowdabra, and we have a bunch of bows to make tonight, as well as kind of a miniature Christmas wreath. So I'm really looking forward to this wreath, because we're going to be using some colors that were really popular last year. So as you come in, let me know where you're watching from, and also today, right off the bat, Bowdabra is giving away a free roll of ribbon, so comment down below that you'd like to win. And stick around because in the very final 5 minutes or so of the video, we will be drawing a winner. So to start off with, I'm going to cut a length of our Bowdabra wire. So this is a 100-yard spool right here. And notice that it says women owned. I love that. I love that they have a little sticker on that. And we have a large Bowdabra right here. And Bowdabra also comes in a miniature version as well. So I haven't dealt with the miniature yet, but I, will be getting one soon, and we'll be doing some bows on that one as well. But I just cut a length of the wire. Notice that I folded it over. So we have two raw edges of wire on one side and then a loop on the other. That is important. And we'll take that and place it in the opening in the middle of our Bowdabra. So tonight behind the camera is Alex. Alex has the day off today. She hasn't been able to do videos in a while for me. So also be sure to drop a comment down below saying, "Hi, Alex," because she hasn't done it in a while. So on her day off, I greatly appreciate that she's down here. So we're going to create all different types of bows, but to start off with, I'm going to go with our trusty Christmas plaid ribbon right here. So we have this 1.5-inch plaid. Isn't that pretty?
That is pretty. I like it. So we have lots of people watching. We have Catherine from West Virginia. We have Carol who says, "Hello from Kentucky. I want to win tonight."
Hi, Carol.
Julia's first time watching. Jennifer says, "Hi, Nick."
Welcome, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. But to start off with, I'm just going to create a loop. Actually, let's do tails on this, but you know what? Let's not do tails on this bow. So, whenever I design bows, you guys, it's honestly on a whim. Nothing has to be strategic. Nothing has to be perfect. It's whatever you want to create. So I'm going to take our first loop that we created and just place it into our Bowdabra like that. And I like to rotate my Bowdabra. So if you see me twisting it, it's because I like to move my Bowdabra instead of my hands. So that's why I like to rotate it like that. And then what we're going to do, if we can get up close, I'm just going to take the ribbon, pinch in the middle, and twist it so that the back side is facing up. So this ribbon's not going to show nearly as well as what another ribbon would show if it was single-sided, but we're still able to get that effect. So we're just going to repeat that process over and over again with as many loops or as few loops as we would like.
So we have Terry from Montreal watching. Sonja says, "Hello from San Antonio."
Welcome.
Linda from Sunrise, Florida would love to win.
Welcome, you guys. So I'm going to take today's bow tutorial nice and slow. Lots of you guys have been asking for a slower bow tutorial, and that's what I'm here for tonight. So we'll go nice and slow so you guys can follow along. But we're just going to create more loops. I want this bow to be rather full. This is a bow that we can add to a present later on and just have it sitting on the surface of it. So I'm going to do at least 4 or 5 loops on either side at minimum.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Welcome, you guys. Hands up for Alex. I missed my recording buddy being down here.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. But I talk about you enough, so it's not like they feel as though you're gone. I talk about you all the time, even when you're not here.
I didn't go missing.
She didn't go missing. If she did, you guys wouldn't even know because I talk about her so much. But now what we'll do is, remember I placed the wire in the middle? I just tucked it underneath our Bowdabra to secure it. But all we're going to do is take one side. Doesn't matter which side, whether it be the loop or the tails. Doesn't matter. And I'm going to bring that to the opposing side. But at this point in time, again, comment down below if you'd like to win a free roll of ribbon. Bowdabra is going to be giving away a free roll tonight. So now that we took it out of our Bowdabra, we can just take one end of the wire, fold it to the other side, and secure it by creating a knot. So I like to secure it 2 or 3 times, really to make sure that my bow's not going anywhere.
We have lots of people saying hi to me. Hi, guys.
Welcome, you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Pam says from Pennsylvania, first time watching live. Nick and Alex, hi. Hi.
Welcome, Pam. Thank you for tuning in. First time. Welcome. So, also be sure to give this video a like and a share. If these videos are beneficial to you, we always love to hear your feedback. So if you're kind of a ghost watcher where you don't comment, now's the time to comment because it just lets us know that these videos are beneficial and hopefully teach you guys how to make a bow. So if you'd like to see more of them, let us know, and that's definitely something we will be doing. What do you think of that? Isn't that pretty? Even without any tails. You like that color, Alex? You like plaid.
Yeah, I want these in all my Christmas gifts this year.
That's what we're going to be doing, you guys. We're going to be decorating lots of presents at Christmas time this year. So imagine this roll of ribbon was a present. Well, since it's round, it's probably one of those popcorn tins. You know what I'm talking about. It seems like everybody gets those $4.98 large popcorn tins with maybe like a bear or a Santa on it. Alex is smiling because she knows exactly what I'm talking about because we got those
every Christmas.
But imagine that's just sitting on top of it. It looks so pretty like that. But now let's create another bow. So the ribbon I'm going to be using now is this beautiful turquoise. Isn't that pretty? Do you see kind of hints of green in that as well? It's kind of like those billboard signs that you see when you look at it one side, it shows something, and then when you look on it the other side, it kind of has a different... do you know what I'm talking about? Those billboards that are like that. So I really like that. So we'll come back in with some more of our Bowdabra wire. And let us know how you guys are doing today. If you did anything exciting or anything fun.
Andrea says, love my Bowdabra, use it all the time. Thanks, Nick, for all your great videos.
Of course, Andrea. Thank you for dropping that comment. But now we'll just take our wire and place it into our Bowdabra.
Heather says, the Bowdabra saved my holiday season last year. Such an easy way to make a bow.
There we go. Awesome. It's so easy. So I know a lot of people struggle with bow making. And, you know, my biggest tip, and I know this sounds crazy, you guys, but don't put so much thought into your bows. You know, at the very end, give it a good fluff, and if it's still not to your liking, then you can try again. But, you know, don't stress yourselves out. For this one, let's create a tail. How's that sound? Let's do a tail. Let's do kind of a funky bow with this one. So I'll cut a length off. So I don't usually like to give measurements for the lengths of my ribbons simply and solely because it's going to differ from bow to bow. So if you want a super long bow, cut longer tails. If you want it shorter, cut them shorter. So you're just going to have to customize it to your liking. But we folded our ribbon in half, and what are we going to do, Alex?
Dovetail.
Dovetail, that's right. So we'll just cut from the middle out towards the edge and see how much prettier that looks with a nice tail now. So we'll take our tail, place it into our Bowdabra.
We have lots of people who love the color. It is really pretty. It's like a reflection. Like if you, like from this angle right now, the bow almost has a green tint to it.
It does. It's very
And then
pretty.
when I turn the camera this way, it's more blue.
It's very pretty. I think this would look great with peacocks and like peacock feathers, and you know, lots of peacock wreaths have been made over the last couple of years. So let's do a different bow. Let's do a button bow in the middle. So we're going to create 3 loops on either side that extend about, let's do them 5 to 6 inches wide. You could do them 4 to 5 inches wide. You could also do them 3.5 to 4 inches wide. Doesn't make a difference, you guys.
Barbara said, it's like having a third hand. I love mine. Got one from watching your lives.
Awesome. Thank you.
Kathy went antique teapot hunting for her friend's daughter's wedding decor. I'm doing the florals and decor.
Ooh,
that's
send
exciting.
Us some pictures. We would love to see. And also drop a comment down below with your business name, you guys. So I've been doing that lately. I love to see all of your designs that you guys have created over the years. So drop a link, whether it's to your Facebook page or just your business name in general, and we would love to see. So let us all kind of envy you guys and kind of drool over your designs.
Marie said that would look great on a mermaid wreath.
Ooh,
it really would.
So me and Alex made a mermaid wreath. I don't know if you were even in that video, Alex. You might have just kept me company downstairs. But we created a dollar store mermaid wreath, and we actually just hit 2 million views on that video yesterday. So thank you guys so much for all of the views on Nick's seasonal decor lately. You guys have just been crushing it, and I greatly appreciate it. So we have 3 loops on either side. Now what we'll do is we'll come back in with a couple more loops. So I'll do 2 more loops, but notice what I did is I made it a little bit smaller. Can they see that? Mm-hmm. About 1 inch smaller. And we'll do 2 loops of this on either side now, just to create something a little bit funkier. So this ribbon is rather thin. It's kind of a netting, if you will. It's not the thickest ribbon, but, you know, over the years, what I've learned is you don't have to have impeccable quality ribbon, you guys. If your ribbon's poor quality, it just means you're going to have to fluff it and work it a little bit more than you would with a higher quality ribbon. So this is a Sam's Club roll that came from Sam's Club probably, I'd say 2+ years ago. Easily, maybe 3 years ago. But we've had it for a while. So now we created 2 loops on either side. We're going to finish off our bow with 1 final kind of miniature loop. So this loop's going to be about 2.5 inches or so. And we're going to place that dead smack right in the middle of our Bowdabra, like that. And what I'm doing is I'm just compressing our bow with my hands. Bowdabra actually has a wand that comes with it when you purchase it, and you can take it, this is a pair of scissors, just to specify, but it has like a stick, and you just place it into your Bowdabra like that, and you can compress your ribbon. I have mine somewhere. I don't use it. I just use my hands. So whatever works for you, that's something you're going to have to figure out with your Bowdabra.
Pamela said, I just bought a Bowdabra. I want to learn how to make banister bows for fall and Christmas, so these videos are very helpful to me.
Awesome. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more Christmas designs, and hands up if you guys are excited about that. I've been saying this for months on end now. Christmas is going to be extremely busy for all of us, whether you're, professional designers with a business or just doing it for home decor. Christmas is going to be very busy for all of us, so...
Penny says, what temperature do you keep your glue pot on while using it?
Very, very low to medium. I don't like my glue to be watery. My dad actually did his first wreath yesterday, you guys. And thank you guys for all the views on that. He was so excited. And he's been watching it on replay. So I'm kind of sick of hearing his voice by now. But he actually told me that he wanted my glue to be higher. But he burned himself with a little bit of hot glue. You guys didn't see that. And I said to him, Dad, if that glue was any hotter, you'd have very serious burns. So...
Minnie says, I have a Bowdabra and really didn't know how to use it. These lives are very helpful.
Thank you. I love to hear that, you guys. So if I do help you out with bow making, I greatly appreciate it if you don't mind dropping a comment down below, letting us know that these videos are helpful and beneficial. So what I actually did is I messed up on this bow, and I only did one loop on one side and two on the other. So what I did is I just kind of, see where they are. I kind of staggered them in a triangle effect. See how pretty that still is? So if you mess up, there's always ways to fix it and make it beautiful. So don't stress, you guys. Do not stress.
Edna says, I watched it. I loved it. I think Dad's video.
Dad's video. Thank you, Edna. What do you guys think of that bow? Isn't that pretty?
I love the color.
You like the color? I do too. Maybe we'll do your whole room in this color scheme this year. This and gray. No, I don't think
that's a little too bright for me.
But I really like that color as well. So let's create another bow. Let's do a Deco Mesh Bow. Do you guys want to see that? Give this video a like if you want to see us use non-wire, just regular Deco Mesh. I've had this roll again for a couple of years just because I'm not a big fan of Deco Mesh ribbon. I very rarely, if ever, buy it. So I know lots of you guys use it, so I might as well show you guys how to use it in a bow.
Lots of people love this bow. So pretty. Kathy says, love that color. Barbara says, excited for Christmas videos.
I know. We're doing lots of Christmas this year, you guys, so I'm very excited. And with you guys keeping me company, we can accomplish a lot. So, I'm really excited for this Christmas season. I mean, we've already done 50-plus Christmas videos this year alone. So we got a lot more coming. So isn't that a pretty ribbon, though? It's not a ribbon. It's plastic, but I think it's still very pretty. So we'll do another bow using this. And let's just create lots of loops with this bow. So nothing has to be overly complex. So we'll just cut off some ribbon.
Barbara says the color is pretty, so is the bow. We have Patricia who says hello from Canada.
Welcome, Patricia.
Terry says, please, I could use Deco Mesh bows for Fiesta wreaths.
Exactly. So we'll just do a traditional bow using this ribbon. This ribbon, I recommend lastly, if that makes sense. It's probably the least, favorite of mine to work with just because of how thick it is and how much of a plastic texture it has. So it doesn't have a great hold, so you kind of have to position it to your liking. So what I'll do is I'll just create loops. So this is, again, just going to be a traditional style bow, and we'll just place a bunch of loops inside of it. So if you have any questions at all at this point, Alex would be more than happy to ask for you, and I would be more than happy to answer for you guys. So any questions, please feel free to ask them.
We just always got to wait till Nick's done talking, which he never stops talking.
So I don't stop talking, you guys.
So we have a question from Kim.
Yes.
Do you have to use wire, or can you use just smaller ribbon to tie it?
This isn't wired. Oh,
I think yeah.
You don't have to use wire at all. We are using the Bowdabra wire today. You could be using a pipe cleaner, or you can be using, what'd she say, very thin wire. Be careful with the thinness. Ribbon. You could just use ribbon to tie it off? Yeah, you could use ribbon. I wouldn't use this ribbon to tie it off, but just be careful with how thin it is. Bowdabra's wire is extremely thin, but the good thing about it is that it has kind of a coating around it. You see that gold texture to it? So it kind of protects the wire, so it's very strong. It has a great hold. But if you're using just floral wire, anything less than, 24 gauge, I'd be a little cautious on.
Catherine asked, when you turn the Bowdabra, do you twist in same or opposite direction? Haven't made one yet.
I don't put much thought into it, you guys, if we're going to be honest. Between me and you, when I twist, I just grab one end and twist it. So sometimes some of my loops are twisted in the opposite direction. Sometimes they're facing the same direction. I just don't put too much thought into it. And that's another thing that, a lot of beginner bow makers kind of struggle with is, you know, trying to be perfect. I say give it a shot. If it doesn't look right, you can always take it apart or, you know, create a whole other bow. But don't put too much thought into it. I know that's kind of hard to do or hard to say because you're trying to make a beautiful bow. But the less thought you put into it, over the years I found you create better bows. So we'll just take our wire, bring it to one side, and secure our bow.
Winnie asked, would that ribbon you're using now be good for outdoor wreaths?
Yes, it would. So all ribbon does get exposed to the elements, and all ribbon will fade over time. I don't personally spray any of my wreaths or any of my designs with any kind of spray or preservative. If the sun will damage your skin, the sun will damage your wreaths and your bows over time, of course.
Barbara asked, do you do bows with words, and how do you keep the words going in the same direction?
Great question. So I do have a bow that we'll show you guys. We'll show you how to do that. Who asked that, Barbara? Mm-hmm. Barbara, we'll show you how to figure that out. And I do cut it into two separate pieces.
Pam asked, Pam asked, why do you twist when ribbon is the same on both sides?
It just has an integrity about it. So it just holds your ribbon exactly where you want it and really keeps your loops in place when you twist it like that. So that's the reason I twist mine.
This reminds me of the Grinch.
It does remind me of the Grinch too. But we don't use any Grinch products in this household for copyright reasons. Right, Alex? Yeah. That's the reason. But isn't that pretty? Just with some non-wired Deco Mesh ribbon. And of course you're going to fluff it non-stop until it's secured to whatever you're securing it to. But I think it's a pretty ribbon. I just don't work with it a whole lot. But this is how it turned out. Now, Barbara asked how we do ribbon with prints on it. So I'll show you right now, Barbara. How's that sound?
Woo!
How are we Woo! How are we doing on time, Alex?
We have about 13 minutes.
About 13 minutes. Wow. So we're about halfway there, and we created 3 or 4 bows already. I think 3. Okay, so let's place our wire into our Bowdabra again. And the ribbon I'm going to be showing you guys today is a black and white, and it says Happy Holidays, Noel, Merry Christmas, Jingle All the Way, Joy to the World, and probably more prints. So for words on it, I do cut my tails separate. Well, this ribbon would look okay because you still can read it, but let's do the Merry Christmas one. That one probably would be a better version. So here we go. So this ribbon has Merry Christmas on it, and if we cut our tails, let's say we cut our tails off. So if we cut them like this, one side is going to be upwards, one side is going to be downwards. So to get them in the same way, what you can do is just cut your tail. This is enough for one tail, you guys. So I like my prints to be facing downwards. See the difference, how this is going downwards versus upside down like that? So if that bothers you, which I know it probably does because it bothers me, all we can do is just place our tails in separately. So we cut one tail like that. Now we'll cut a separate tail. So it is a little bit more tedious to do, you know, printed ribbon with words, but I think it's worth the effort.
Linda asked, how long do you make the gold string?
You know, I usually do it a few feet. We do cut off excess, but I'd rather have more than not enough. The roll from Bowdabra comes on a 100-yard spool. And you could be picking this up at Hobby Lobby. You can be picking it up at Michael's, Amazon, or Bowdabra.com as well. But now that we have our tails in place, that's the main focus of having them go in the same direction, we can begin constructing our bow. So we'll just create lots and lots of loops, pinching as we work it in. But again, if you guys are just tuning in now, or if you haven't heard me from earlier, Bowdabra is giving away a free roll of scrunchy ribbon. The colors are red, silver, and gold. So comment down below that you'd like to win. And for my own personal curiosity, comment down below what color you would like. So I've been on a silver kick lately, so let me know if you guys want silver, red, or gold.
Cheryl asked, how do you make the curly cues on the ribbon tails to stay and not unwind?
So since this is wired ribbon, it should have no problem holding. If you're working with non-wired ribbon, the ribbon will just fall naturally with gravity. But the little curls that I do on the bottom, kind of rolling up my ribbons, since it's wired, it holds its shape, you know, beautifully.
Judy says, hi Nick, glad to catch your bow tutorial.
Hi Judy, welcome. Thank you for tuning in.
We have some people who'd love to win silver, some reds, gold.
I love silver lately. What do you think, Alex? What color would you choose if you won?
Well, what are you using now? Gold?
This?
Yeah, you're using gold.
Yeah, this is gold on the edge.
Oh, no, gold on your wire.
Oh, the wire? The wire's Gold. But it's actually ribbon they'll be winning, not the wire.
Oh. I think I don't know, I think I'd like red.
You like red?
I do like red.
So me and Alex have always been the silver over gold type for jewelry too, as it is. We like silver much better than gold for some crazy reason, because silver is a lot cheaper than gold. But now that we finished off all of our tails and loops, what we're going to do is take our wires again, bring them to one side. And then what we can do is make a wreath. So hands up if you guys want to see us make a miniature wreath. I think it'll turn out really pretty. I'm excited for that. Now we can take our bow out of our Bowdabra and take our wires to secure it around our Bowdabra.
Sue would love to win gold, and she says she's doing a 36-inch wreath with gold and mauve.
Oh my gosh, a 36-inch wreath. That's a big wreath.
Carol asked, where did you get the bow maker?
So you can order them from Amazon, you can order them from Bowdabra, you can order them from Michael's, and you can get them at Hobby Lobby. So all of those locations. So again, we'll just fluff our bow. Most important step with bow making. Again, poor quality ribbon, no worries. We can always make that work. But fluffing is really what brings your bows to life. What do you think of that? What do I think of that? I think it looks great. Okay, so now we have our tails, and see how the tails are the same side going up, so it's not upside down. So I got a question about how I curl my ribbon, so here we'll show you guys a quick little demo. See, all I'm doing is I'm just twisting it and kind of rolling it up. And once you, we will have pictures of all the bows that we create today, but once you drop it down, see how it holds its shape? And it just adds a little bit of a visual interest. But now, let's create our wreath. So here we have our wreath. I also have some pine that came from Trendy Tree. We love the ladies over there at Trendy Tree. So we just have some of this inexpensive pine we're going to tuck in. And I don't think me and Alex have laughed so hard with any other person besides with Carrie from Trendy Tree. She was so funny, and we love her.
She's amazing. She's really funny.
So to secure it, what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to use the frame.
Mary would love to win any color. Sam says, I love it.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. How are we doing on time?
We have 8 minutes left.
8 minutes left. All right. I'm going to work relatively fast. That way you guys can kind of see exactly what we're doing. So I don't have enough of this greenery. At least I don't think so. I have, what, a total of 5 pieces? 4 pieces? We have 4 pieces. So we'll make them work and then create a bow on one side. So this wreath's going to be kind of lopsided. But that's all the product I have today.
Darlene says, I got my Bowdabra and I love it.
Awesome, Darlene.
Mary says, beautiful bow, would love to win red. First time catching you live.
Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I know it's a long weekend and a lot of you guys probably have better things to do than to watch me. But for you guys that are watching me tonight, I greatly appreciate it. It means more than you'll ever know when you guys keep me company. So here we have kind of our funky little wreath. That's all the greenery I have today. But we're going to create a pretty bow on one side. So the ribbon I'm going to use, and let me know if you guys remember this. I did a tutorial last year, and it was labeled as a heavy frost wreath, and lots of you guys went crazy over it, as did I. So we're going to create a couple more of those this year. But we have this very pretty ribbon. Look at that, with the snow on it.
Those look like those fruit roll-up snacks.
Fruit roll-up?
Like the Christmas versions. You know, like the hard candy?
Ribbon candy.
Yeah,
that.
that.
It does look like ribbon candy a little bit. You're talking about...
Yeah. It's like the little...
Doesn't it look like ribbon candy?
I would eat it.
That's what you're talking... Oh my gosh,
yeah.
It does look like ribbon candy. Look at that, you guys. What do you think? Does that look like ribbon candy to you?
I got hungry when I saw it.
This is what it looks like. Like,
yeah.
spot on. That looks like ribbon candy. That's really funny. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that.
It looks good like that, though.
I don't think we've ever even eaten ribbon candy. I don't think I've ever had it. Have you?
I can taste it right now.
I don't know what it tastes like. I don't think I've ever had it.
That's so funny. Yeah, everyone says ribbon candy.
Doesn't that look like ribbon candy, you guys? Let me know if you've ever eaten it, too. I know a lot of people think it's kind of gross, like candy corn. I've never had it, but I'd be willing to try. Now that you brought that up, Alex, when I think of my elegant, professional, beautiful, heavy frost wreath, all I'm going to think about is ribbon candy now. So thanks for that.
It looks good. Judy says, yes, it does. Kim says, I love ribbon candy. Debbie says, it looks just like it.
I've never had it. We should go buy some.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe we should go buy some for you.
Well, our grocery stores definitely don't carry it now, and if they do, we probably shouldn't pick it up. It's from last year. But let's just create a pretty bow using that. Thanks for ruining this ribbon for me, Alex. Now I'll never be able to look at it the same.
Everyone agrees. We have our winner tonight. So our winner is Lindsay Bates. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You just won a free roll of ribbon. So message Bowdabra, and they will be more than happy to send it your way. So thank you guys all for keeping me company tonight. Let's just finish up this bow, and then I can show you guys all of the bows we made, and I'll be out of your hair. So I'm just going to finish up this roll of ribbon. I'm not going to save it. So however many loops we get out of it, that's what we're going to get. Okay.
Ribbon candy equals sugar rush, Sue says. Mary says usually in peppermint flavor. Valerie says you are so awesome. You take the time to explain and always so encouraging.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Michelle says first time watching you live. You make it look so easy.
Welcome, Michelle. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. You guys, like I said, have changed my life in ways that I can't even describe. And you're my big extended family. So thank you guys for keeping me company. All right, here we have our bow. And thanks to Alex for recording me tonight on her day off. Her one day off after working so many hours this week. She's down here helping me. So I got the best family in the world. That's a given. Fluff out our bow real quick. And then I'll just secure it to our wreath. So this wreath is by no means anything fancy. But sometimes, you know, less is more, and sometimes something simple is nice. You know, this is a great project to do with kids because it's not overly complex. And they can kind of display it and be proud of their work. So we can just pull our tails down. Here we kind of have a little funky wreath. We could add some decorative picks to it as well. We have some of those, but I don't want to keep you guys too long. But we created a little wreath tonight, where we also created our several different bows, focusing on Christmas tonight. So we have this bow with our long tails, teaching you guys how to make sure your print is facing upwards. So that's one bow. We have the wreath. We have a non-wired plastic Deco Mesh bow right here, which is pretty as well. I really like that color combo. Isn't that a pretty color combo?
Yeah, it's
red,
pretty.
silver, and green. Then we created a beautiful, what color did I say this was earlier?
I would say teal.
Teal?
I don't think you said teal, but I don't remember.
What color did I say?
You always say something fancy.
Turquoise. That's
turquoise.
Turquoise. I do say something fancy. So that's another pretty bow with a little button in the middle. And is that it? That's it. So thank you guys so much for keeping me company tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And thank you for all of the likes and shares and the comments. So I will see you all next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern with even more bows. So comment down below what you'd like to see next week, whether it be a wreath or a swag or something quick. But again, I want to thank Bowdabra for having me as a guest today. I love you all, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.